June, and here on the Nasel, the breeze is hiding, and the mosquitoes are trying to bite me, the way Bosie's trying to bite the little fishies in the water. Bosie's a strong swimmer, but the Nasel is rough, and the water's dragging him downstream. "Wilbert," I say, "fetch Bosie out before he washes into the Shoalwater Bay." The Nasel runs into the Shoalwater Bay, farther downstream, and then runs into the wide ocean. To the south overland is the mighty Columbia River, and on the other side of the Columbia is Oregon and Astoria. Astoria is the only real city in these parts, and it's a wicked place full of Shanghaiers and seamen and all sorts of fancy folks, not like out here in Nasel where the only fancy thing is a new pair of shoes. At least that's what Wilbert tells me. I've never been there myself. Our Aunt Alice lives there, and she's very fancy indeed. She is coming to visit on account of my birthday, and so are my Aunt Feeny and Uncle Henry. I am turned 12 this very day, and I have spent most of it hiding in a tree. Wilbert whistles for Bosie. Bosie's not a good fisher dog. He has caught one fish only, and a small one at that. Not enough even for a small child's supper. When he gets out of the water, he shakes his scruffy fur and gets Wilbert all wet. "Stop it, Bosie," Wilbert yells. Wilbert scowls fiercely, and the scar crinkles under his eye from where Carlo decked him in a fight. "Let's try and fish," I say. "We can get some salmon and surprise Mama." Now that Mama has a baby in her belly, she's all worn out all the time, so I have to help her a lot around the house with the cooking, and just about everything. That's why I hope the new baby will be a girl. Then all the hard work will be worth it. Not to mention, I sure am tired of being the only girl around here. The baby island is a very small island in the middle of the Nasel River down from our farm. When I was a small child, I used to believe it was where all the babies came from, on account of its name. It's a good place for fishing, even though it's where the Chinooks bury their dead. I have never seen a dead Indian here, but I expect they keep them hid. Those Indians sure are clever. Wilbert swears to me that the baby island is accursed on account of the Chinook spirits that wander there, but I think he's only just scared, and he calls things names when he's scared of them. He tells me our teacher, Miss McEwing, is a witch, and she's the most loveliest woman I've ever seen. Why, she's sweet and nice and kind to us children. Not at all like old Mr. Barton, who used to whip our hands with pine branches. No, indeed. Miss McEwing even lets us take off our wet clothes and sit by the pot-belly stove to dry off when the weather is bad, which is almost always, it seems. Wilbert doesn't like studies and cannot speak English very well, only Finnish, and Miss McEwing is always correcting him, saying, "Speak English, Wilbert Jackson." Mama says all us children must learn to speak English, or else we will always have trouble, even though she and Papa mostly speak Finnish. Near about, everyone around here speaks Finnish. Our real last name is Juntila, but when Papa came over from Finland, they said it would be better for him if he had an American name, and that's why we are Jacksons. Wilbert has a hard time with the English, and one time, he peeked at my answer sheet while Miss McEwing was clear across the room looking the other way. "No wandering eyes, Wilbert Jackson," she said, and ever since then, Wilbert has been convinced that Miss McEwing is a witch. Even though Wilbert gets scared, it is okay because he's only afraid of Miss McEwing and the Chinook spirits on the baby island. Nothing else scares him, not even Papa's belt. He has come all the way to the baby island, which he thinks is cursed, to find me, May Amelia, a no-good girl. I have plenty of brothers, but only one Wilbert. We go to the part of the island where the water is slow, where the fishies are fat and lazy. The breeze blows gently here, and I think it is not a bad thing after all to be spending my birthday fishing with Wilbert. There is nothing I like better. My line is in the water, and right away it seems I feel a tug. The line tugs hard, and I tug back. A salmon's silky fin slip-slides in the water. "I got one, Wilbert!" I yell. "Hold on, May," he says, and drops his own line and runs over. He helps grab the pole, but the salmon is strong. It's pulling hard, and Bosie's barking, and then all of a sudden, Bosie jumps into the water and bites my fish. "Bosie, let go!" Wilbert and I say together.